Look at this slide. This gives you a glimpse of many bloody sports, both ancient and modern, using animals. Cockfighting, bullfighting, goose pulling, camel wrestling, fox tossing, cock shying, and so on. These crude sports are played till date by people who are unmindful of the pain and sufferings animals undergo due to the torture they are subjected to. I want you to see this video, a recent one, which went viral some days ago. And it made people so aggrieved and wrathful. Let's see the video.
Animal lover or not, this video will horrify you. A man looking at the camera and smiling, in his grip a dog. Then suddenly he grabs the dog and throws it off the roof.
So what do we infer from all these? Cruelty towards animals is unstoppable, and we are more animalistic than the animals themselves. They don't harm us purposefully as we do. We think their lives are of no value. They are still loyal to us. Let's read the story now. The Maharaja of Pratibhanandapuram is the hero of the story. He may be identified as His Highness Jamedar General Kiledar Major Satavyagra Samhari Maharajadiraja Vishwabhuvana Samrat Shri Jilani Jang Jang Bahadur MAD ACTC or CRCK. But this name is often shortened to the Tiger King. Now students, I want you to take note of the honorific titles and degrees alongside the name of the Maharaja. Degrees and titles were given to the influential people those days, whether one deserved it or not. The Maharaja of Pratibhanandapuram was perhaps one such. Let's read further to know that. I have come forward to tell you why he came to be known as Tiger King. I have no intention of pretending to advance only to end in a strategic withdrawal. Even the threat of a STUKA bomber will not throw me off track. The STUKA, if it likes, can beat a hasty retreat from my story. STUKA was the name of the fighter plane Ju-87 used between 1939 to 41 in the Second World War. It is said that the sound of STUKA planted a terror in the minds of enemies and lowered their morales considerably. Here, the author attempts purposefully to parallel the much feared STUKA flights to the Tiger King because the fear created by the STUKA would have been nothing closer to the most intimidating Tiger King. Now listen to the intimidating sound of STUKA bomber. Now let's continue. Right at the start, it is imperative to disclose a matter of vital importance about the Tiger King. Everyone who reads of him will experience the natural desire to meet a man of his indomitable courage face to face. But there is no chance of its fulfillment. As Bharata said to Rama about Dasharatha, the Tiger King has reached that final abode of all living creatures. In other words, the Tiger King is dead. Our father has reached his heavenly abode, grieving incessantly for you, was told by Bharata to Lord Rama in Ayodhya Kanda of Ramayana. The author's intention of likening the Tiger King's death to that of Dasharatha could have two inferences. Number one, it is believed that kings go to heaven irrespective of what they were here on earth. It's an euphemistic statement. Euphemism is a figure of speech where blunt, irreverent, unpleasant things are told in mild expressions. Example, Physically challenged people are referred as Divyangjan in India, meaning people with a divine body. So, the death of someone as great as the Tiger King is softened here euphemistically. Now let's continue. The manner of his death is a matter of extraordinary interest. It can be revealed only at the end of the tale. The most fantastic aspect of his demise was that as soon as he was born, astrologers had foretold that one day the Tiger King would actually have to die. The child will grow up to become the warrior of warriors, hero of heroes, champion of champions, but they bit their lips and swallowed hard. When compelled to continue, the astrologers came out with it. This is a secret which should not be revealed at all, and yet we are forced to speak out. The child born under this star will one day have to meet its death. At that very moment, a great miracle took place. An astonishing phrase emerged from the lips of the 10-day-old Jilani Jang Jang Bahadur.
"Oh, wise prophets!"
Everyone stood transfixed in stupefaction. They looked wildly at each other and blinked.
"Oh, wise prophets! It was I who spoke."
This time there were no grounds for doubt. It was the infant born just 10 days ago who had enunciated the words so clearly. The chief astrologer took off his spectacles and gazed intently at the baby.
"Oh, wise prophets! All those who are born will one day have to die. We don't need your predictions to know that. There would be some sense in it if you could tell us the manner of that death."
The royal infant uttered these words in his little squeaky voice. The chief astrologer placed his finger on his nose in wonder. A baby barely 10 days old opened its lips in speech. Not only that, it also raises intelligent questions. Incredible! Rather like the bulletins issued by the War Office than facts. The chief astrologer took his finger off his nose and fixed his eyes upon the little prince. The prince was born in the hour of the bull. The bull and the tiger are enemies. Therefore, death comes from the tiger, he explains. You may think that Crown Prince Jang Jang Bahadur was thrown into a quack when he heard the word tiger. That was exactly what did not happen. As soon as he heard it pronounced, the Crown Prince gave a deep growl. Terrifying words emerged from his lips.
"Let tigers beware."
This account is only a rumor rife in Pratibhanandapuram. But with hindsight, we may conclude it was based on some truth. That's the end of part 1. Here is a recap for you. This is the story about the Crown Prince of Pratibhanandapuram, whose sobriquet or nickname was Tiger King. The story starts with the royal titles and honorary degrees that adorned the Tiger King. The writer declares that his name was terrifying even than the STUKA bomber of Second World War. The state astrologers prophesied when the little prince was born that his death was certain. At that moment, the 10-day-old prince starts questioning the manner of his death. The astrologers reveal the end would occur due to a tiger as the prince was born under the sign of a bull. On hearing this, the little prince utters with a deep growl, "Let the tigers beware." Their meanings for you. Now let's discuss the use of figurative language. The writer has employed irony and exaggeration widely as vehicles to mock at traditions and to intensify the humor, as in, number 1, the practice of bestowing honorific titles and honorary degrees for no reason. Recall the degrees and the titles the Maharaja of our story possessed. Number 2, Jilani Jang Jang Bahadur, meaning warrior of warriors, a title given only for warriors in fact. Maharaja of our story didn't seem to have waged any war in his lifetime at all. Number 3, Sada Vyagra Samhari, which could be roughly translated to the one who was inimical to anxiety, worry and disquietedness. Would this title really suit our Vishwabhuvana Samrat? Yet another irony and exaggeration, a title for those who rule over the universe. Had our king even ruled Pratibhanandapuram properly? Let's see. The Tiger King being compared to the terrifying STUKA bomber, his death being compared to Dasharatha's death himself through the Ramayana analogy, all these account for exaggeration and irony. Euphemism, using Ramayana's parallelism to cite Tiger King's death, has already been discussed in one of our previous slides. Here are some points to ponder. When the astrologers predict the death of the prince, that he has to die one day, the infant prince rightly questions the manner in which he would die. This relates to the astrologers making conjectures about a person's life. Secondly, the infant with such mystic capacity to speak as a 10-day-old infant should be capable enough to save himself from any sort of oncoming danger, tiger or no tiger. Now thirdly, do all the bullseye natives die only of tiger even these days and not due to any other cause? Think about it.